Hi. Today I thought that we would address mostly the topic of off-season weight gain, something that most competitors are fairly familiar with, and I think it would be fair to say quite scared of. So I thought we'd have a bit of a chat with Renata, who of course is a fairly seasoned competitor with 11 or 12 shows. Yep. Never been unplaced in any of them, and we'll get a bit of a perspective from Renata as to how we go about dealing and reconciling trying to gain muscle without gaining too much body fat in the off season. So just a little bit of a background with you. You're no stranger to exercise, although when you first came to BC, 6 years ago, you didn't really train with weights much, did you?
No, I was a cardio junkie.
Cardio junkie?
2 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, so did you hear that, folks? 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's a lot of cardio.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And what was going on for you back then? Like food-wise, what were you doing?
I thought I ate healthy until I signed up with Ing. But I think my headspace at the time was like total stress, because an hour a day run in the morning, an hour at night when I'd knock off from work. I didn't give myself a lot of time around the house. Thought I ate healthy until Ing had a look at my food sources. My things were like soy milk, muesli for breakfast, the things that people call healthy, but in actual fact weren't suitable for me. And I actually ate less then than I do now, quite frankly. And it's actually my mum who said, "Oh, Renata, you're getting older, you're eating for your 40s, you're going to have to do 3 hours. Have you got 3 hours a day?" And that's when I thought, I've got to do something about this.
And of course, as you know, my take on cardio, like seriously, who's got the time to do 3 hours, even 2 hours, even really 1 hour of cardio? It's not really advantageous to creating the best body composition anyway. So let's move on to, let's look at 2011. Okay, you went over to Austria, to Baden, competed at the Universe and came fourth. Now, what was your immediate goal after getting off stage?
To get bigger.
To get bigger.
Absolutely no problem with it. I don't have a problem with eating anymore either. I'm really happy to say I can eat. I believe in eating the right nutrition around the right time, but at the same time, it doesn't do my head in if I go and have some brown rice with my salmon and asparagus at dinner time. I'm so comfortable with that. I've had issues before about, the carb phobia, and then I've had issues about fruit phobia, and then I've had issues about over calorie counting, which is a total load of crap. And throughout the course of the whole journey of the 6 years, I've done little experiments on my own anyway. And I discovered whether I leave the carbs out or whether I eat them, it doesn't bear any difference to me on the scale weight, other than mentally I feel like I need it, I'm thinking about it all the time. So instead I factor it into my day, and I still don't calorie count. Occasionally I'll weigh my protein portions because that's my main concern. I don't weigh them daily, just now and then, just to see, am I still on the 150 gram portion 6 times a day? Other than that, there's no counting. I just eat until I'm satisfied, and my body tells me when I have to have my next meal. And it generally is about 2.5 up to 3 hours. And guess what? If I'm hungry and I want a 7th meal, I have it. And I don't feel guilty about it. No guilt whatsoever. Because at the moment, my biggest thing is to get those calories in, always good calories, train consistently, get my water in, because I want to be able to have more food when I start prep, when I come down next year and not feel hungry. Mind you, I never do feel hungry because I'm on a mission, and I don't complain about feeling hungry. I don't feel hungry because I'm on a roll, and I'm always happy while I'm in that prep mode. But yeah, I don't want to be on rabbit food, and you've never had me on rabbit food anyway, so yeah.
Okay, so with your main mission being, you gave yourself 2 years for growth to put on as much lean muscle as what is possible. Now, I guess I'm privy to your lifts. You've never lifted stronger. Your lifts are quite phenomenal. No other girl, at least with BC, comes close to your lifts. Clearly that is somewhat attributed to the great clean eating, to having high energy and the low energy carbohydrates in your daily eating. But I guess with the amount of calories that you have a day, your body fat perhaps is a little higher than maybe you're comfortable with. I don't know. Are you comfortable with carrying that little bit of body fat extra when your ultimate goal is to try to go back to the universe next year and get a better placing, if not win it?
In all honesty, I have my days. I do. I have my days where I'll put on certain clothes that I used to wear when I was a different size, and it'll be like, but it quickly is overridden by the idea that I know I'm going to look bigger, I'm going to look better next time round. It's just having that one goal, that one purpose at the moment. I don't look like an untrained individual, but I don't look like I'm ready for stage. And you're not meant to, because you're supposed to have that difference. You're supposed to look different. If you looked like you were stage ready all the time, then where's the wow factor in that?
So you are a believer then of probably the most efficient way to gain lean muscle is to be in an excess of calories?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like you've often told me, you cannot do both. You just can't. And my body type, the way it is, you know, predominantly meso, it just needs the extra calories. That's all it is. At the moment, I will say too, like the only cardio that I do, and it's only for my own headspace that you allow me to do it, is 20 minutes a week. And I told you earlier in the year, it's only because I cut cardio out altogether. And by cutting it out altogether, I know that by the time my prep mode comes in, closer to the end, I'll be on like 4 times a week and my body will respond, because there's that massive difference. Whereas if I was doing it every single day, I'd have to do it 3 hours a day, and I'm not going to do that. So now doing it once, it's only for me for mentally, because you know, if I don't do it, I struggle even just carrying groceries across the car park. And that's the only reason I've factored it in, just to enjoy it.
Having said that, if you do get your cardio up to 4 times a week, that's still only 20 to 25 minutes. So we're talking, what, less than 2 hours a week?
Yep. My weight training sessions are about 35, 40 minutes max, tops, in and out.
So I guess our ethos is pretty much that if you're in a calorie deficit, you're not going to be able to grow lean muscle. And if you're in a balance, you might at best, with some appropriate supplements and correct training, you might be able to grow a little bit of lean muscle. But to get the most bang for your buck in the off season, you really do have to be in an excess. Let's just go back just briefly. So you're having one of those bad days. You know, you wake up and it's like, yep, I'm having a fat day. How do you deal with that?
Wear clothes that disguise it.
Wear clothes that disguise it.
Simple. Yeah, I'm a good clothes horse. I can disguise it well. I've got my pride. I won't go strutting around. And I know what my flaws are, and I know what my good points are, and I'll just make sure I notice those good points.
And how does it make you feel knowing that you have had quite a lot of food, albeit all really good food, up to 7 meals a day, every single day for 2 years, and you've been incredibly focused on your next universe attack? What can you say to the girls that are scared to eat?
Eat. You're not going to get any growth. I reckon, forget doing it if you're not prepared to eat. You're wasting your time.
That's a great way to end. All right, terrific. Thanks a lot, Renata.
Bye.